The Mac is back, or so he's kept telling us on social media over and over again. Tyson Fury will be making his long-awaited return on the 9th of June in the Manchester Arena. He is going to be going up against Seferi. Apologies for the pronunciation if that is wrong. He is of Albanian descent, I believe. BoxRec says that he's representing Switzerland at the moment. And he is probably just the right kind of opponent for Fury to come back against. Credentials not very good at all, but then again, Fury is going to have been out of the ropes for over 30 months when he gets back. That is massive. And this hasn't been any calculated downtime of which the likes Floyd Mayweather and Andre Ward do. This has been shagging about, doing drugs, ballooning in weight. That's the kind of blowout that can just rust all that intuition and all those instincts and burn them off at the nub, and he might not be able to get back to that level. No, that's probably the betting favourite in this position right now. Fury's spoken so much about how he can do it, but normally when you talk that much about something, you're kind of trying to talk yourself into it, like he knows it's going to be hard, if not impossible. There's a great chance that Fury won't be able to be the same guy who was 17 stone 8 against Klitschko and looked very impressive in dethroning the champ back then. He's said that he probably can't get back down to that weight anymore, which is perhaps a symptom of him probably not being able to get back to his best. He's going to be in the 18 stones and upwards from now on. I don't know how heavy he's going to be against Seferi, possibly in the low 19s, I don't know. But this is just a dancing partner to get the sweat going, to get him moving, for us to just be able to see, can we see at least 20-30% of the old Fury there, and can we bring him out with more conditioning with better opponents? Looking at this on paper, you'd expect him to win mid-rounds or later on, perhaps. Seferi's shown some toughness. His most notable exploit is going the distance with Manuel Char, a plodding but okay modern heavyweight. So he might be able to take Fury a few rounds. Hopefully he won't present too much of a threat. Imagine if Fury were to lose at this stage. So I think he seems too inadequate to pose any threat to even a very rusty Tyson Fury, who's going to have him by height and reach by something silly. Like I say, this is just to get the juices going. You should get rid of him in the later rounds. Who should he fight next after that? Considering he looks okay, given the circumstances, who do you think he should fight next? For me, I'd consider this kind of guy, a journeyman type level, then maybe a top 20 guy, then a top 10, then a champion. That's how I'd probably do it, you know. I don't know how long that would take to do that. I don't know how many times Fury intends to fight this year, but he's going to have to do things steadily, considering the kind of blowout he's had. What would your prediction be for this fight? Who would you like to see him fight next after, say if he wins in the late rounds, mid-rounds? And do you think he will be able ultimately to regain that form? And if not, how close to the best Tyson Fury do you think we can expect? Because until we start to see that glimmer of the so-called Gypsy King and the guy who dethroned Klitschko, the prospect of the likes of Joshua and Fury just isn't going to be that interesting. We have to see some sort of form here. Let me know what you think.